Here's how to find every single Tower Rush in World 2 as of September of 2023. So we're doing all of World 2, starting with Zone 1. Now this one's pretty simple. You gotta go basically to Paradise Atoll with that, which apparently that's also got a cutscene, which is pretty cool. So you want to walk to there, but you decide not to at the last second. You go down to this platform right before the hobby, and you're like, you know what? I want to get back up. And you know you can't go there, so you go over here and you see this corner flip. Yeah, you basically just gotta walk there all the way down to the ledge, onto this specific side, and you'll find this corner flip. You press F, and that's Zone 1 Tower Rush. So I just copied what I did there because I was terrible explanation. And this is Zone 1 Tower Rush, which is the same exact as it was when, you know, Tower of Another Beginning. Honestly, those towers should still be playable. So you get this cool tower, which I'm tempted to do a commentary on because, well, it's a newer tower. And also, I do commentaries on newer towers. So if you ever see a commentary on this, I'm lazy and I needed to get a video out or something. So I got ideas for a video rush now. Alright, now let's get to Paradise Atoll. This is probably the tower rush nobody's gonna do because it's Paradise Atoll. Like, you only go to Paradise Atoll to complete stuff. It really is. To complete stuff. So yeah, see you in Paradise Atoll. Now we're in Paradise Atoll, which looks nice, but some of the towers aren't okay. It's also a challenging atoll because, yeah. Anyways, to find this one, you gotta go over to that pirate ship over there, kind of where the credits is, except not really. Which you get this thing, but I like the older version because you got to be like third person. But this one, you got first person, which is whatever. It's also still kind of slow. You can only hold W and S. So you gotta go all the way to this pirate area here, not the credits area. You can go there if you want, but you gotta get to this area right here. So what you need to do is, as you see this, watch out for dangerous spikes. Your boat won't last. What you want to do is you want to dismount near a spike. Specifically, these spikes right here, because you get to unlock a button. What you do for these buttons is you hit this specific button, and you'll notice that those rocks are now non-collidable. But also make sure you're not too deep in the spike because you need to be able to move out like that. Otherwise, it'll break. But once you get that button, you don't have to worry about getting it again because, yeah, this is like the most complicated tower rush location because it required a button that's at their location. Yeah, you might get trolled a bit with those spikes. If that happens, it's fine. You get to actually dismount onto the island area now. So we're going to dismount right over here, go on top, go around because those spikes can be a bit difficult to go into. And then you walk all the way across to these see-through rocks because of that button. Oh, did not mean to do that. Why won't... Yeah, you gotta rejoin. If you only do something if you're gonna join me, like the Tower Rush, because that fixes all the issues. Because if you do like Steep of Cliffside Falls and you restart, things are gonna break. It's just the thing with Paradise Atoll. So if something like comes to break, just start it right at the beginning. That's what I do. That's what I did with the Tower Rush, and I never got soft locked. It also just helps overall because when you immediately join somewhere, you have less chance of getting soft locked. I think it's because the things are loading for the first time with the client object stuff, so yeah. It also helps with this. Anyways, once you enter those rocks after going on forever, yeah, Paradise Atoll Tower Rush, which, yeah, it's one of the easier tower rushes, but it still takes a while. So my frames are insane right now. Performance is insane. Anyways, you got this, which, yeah, it's a simple tower. So if you want something to get done, you go to this thing, which makes sense to go to during the summer. And wow, my frames are really good right now. I don't want this to end. So this used to be the lags here. Anyways, yeah, enough with Paradise Atoll, and now it's time for Zone 2. Wow, I need to. Zone 2 time. Alright, gonna check. We're good. So yeah, Zone 2. This one's pretty close to spawn. What you want to do is you want to go to the side thing. You want to go to the side, and you want to find the remove rain button. So you just spawn, you kind of go to practice, obviously. You look at the sign, you see practice, obviously. You go this way. But you want to go to this path on the right. It goes to the path. But if you go very close to the wall, if you go shift lock through, you'll see the tower rush location. And oh, look, a slightly different colored wall, which, oh, look, is a tower rush. So you just go to this, got your tower rush. Actually, I've not gone in this tower rush. There's so many tower rushes I could be doing right now, which I will probably get doing. But I'll probably focus more on getting like the ring because I really want to get all World 1 tower rushes done, and I still have quite a few with those, as I said in the last one. Got those 2 tower rushes and those sub-realm things. You have like ring 7 and Silent Abyss. I think that's it. I could be wrong, so that's like 4 tower rushes, and 2 of them are simple. Yeah, I think I'm going off of memory. I've done tower rushes as well. Anyways, yeah, that's Zone 2 tower rush. Now it's time for Arcane Area, which is a very good tower rush to do. Keep in mind. So, Arcane Area actually is kind of a difficult one if you don't know where it is. Once you know where it is, it's super easy. And I'll show you in a second, which is right now. So here is why Arcane Area's tower rush location is difficult if you don't know where it is, but easy if you know where it is. Also, I forgot to mention I have done Lost River Tower Rush. So it's 5 tower rushes in World 1. I want to get those done out of the way and then focus on Zone 2, because Zone 2's got more unique towers. Anyways, to find it when you spawn in, you want to go to this left path immediately. So to go on this left path, you gotta go all the way through, but you'll see, like, if you look very closely to this wall, especially when it goes to this corner right here, you'll notice this. Basically, it used to be a side clip when those were things, like with coin flips and 2, but December 9th, 2021, December 10th, 2021, if you know what that is, that was when corner clipping got patched. And so yeah, what you do is you go here and you press F. Basically, you go to this corner and then you press F. Which is way easier to think. So yeah, corner slightly to the left if you want, F. And you got Arcane Area, Steeple Rush, even though it has a tower. So this is not the best tower, so whatever. Yeah, I don't have much to say about this other than if you have a couple hours, go for it. So yeah, I do recommend doing the entirety of Arcane Area because it's worth doing Arcane Area. I'm not wrong about that. Because like you get this good healing item which I think should be made so you can use it in like Arcane Area, because like you work to get this item, you should at least be able to use it in Arcane Area. I'm just saying, but you really don't need it for Tower Basically adventures. It's just a simple tower. So yeah, that's Arcane Area Steeple Rush. Yeah, you're gonna see some people here, but this is more of like chill area because yeah, it's also got a big practice hobby. Yeah, now that I'm done rambling, we're going to Zone 3. And it's Sobrum, which actually has a tower rush, even though nobody's completing it ever. But I'll show you the location of both of those anyways, because there's a tower rush there. So yeah, see you in Zone 3. Alright, now time for Zone 3 towers. This is a more chill tower rush, but especially like on 2 towers that I can, well, there's a couple towers like this one right here, maybe this one, but everything else challenging and below 2 seconds, well, 2 hours really, just whatever it takes with that. Then you have this one's whatever, that. Now it's actually good towers. Anyways, what you want to do is when you get to the lobby, you want to basically go where you would for the towers, except you want to take a right. Well, you can go up the stairs, but basically, you gotta get to one area. You gotta get to this area right here. Because when you go down here, you'll see that there's this translucent area. You jump down the hole, and you got Zone 3 Tower Rush, which is a pretty easy tower rush. It's just about completing at this point. Also, you realize like, geez, earlier zones had like earlier areas in general had like no parts. It's like less like you'll notice it back in like 2020. There was like before Ring 8 released, especially like after Ring 8, whatever, but still now it's like ultra LDM and good computer, but hey, computers are upgrading too, and yeah, I've done this tower rush. I've done tons of tower rushes. But yeah, that is. Yeah. Anyways, yeah, that's Zone 3 tower rush. Now it's time for the Pit of Misery tower rush, which is kind of a joke tower rush. So yeah, see you there just to show the location. And here's how to get to the Pit of Misery tower rush. I don't know why you would want to do this at all. You'd need like an auto clicker in the server not to shut down. It's pretty much impossible. You would need like a private server that wouldn't shut down ever. Or you would have to have a point where you'd get teleported to your progress for a long time. Anyways, when you spawn in, you go to the left, you go all the way to here, basically to there, except want to go to this side right here on the side of this, just copy where I go to here, then you go down to this sledge and you'll see this white teleporter thing. You want to go on that, and you want to go towards Tower of Spiraling Fates and Tower of Blind Fate. If you go to these two towers and you go all the way to the end, because there hasn't been any of these victors yet, you gotta go all the way down, and once you do, you'll see these two coins right here. You got a corner flip at the end of the Tower of Blind Fate and Spiraling Fate area. This is kind of like the ultimate win area. This is for everybody who's been confirmed to be anything horrific and unreal in Pit of Misery. So yeah, Pit of Misery Tower Rush, no. Please don't do this. And it's rumored that there's like some ridiculously difficult tower at the end of this too, so it's just Tower of modernistic design choices for 2,500 times. Yeah, somebody has done it with vertical mobility, but yeah, it really is this tower 2,500 times. So yeah, and you can also fail on the outsides and have to restart. So you could spend like a month on this, just grinding and grinding and grinding, getting teleported back to where you disconnected, doing it until you win it. Now you would need the staff to like teleport you to each number out of the number, and it would have to be for a while. So yeah, here's how to beat this tower. Get famous and then just grind it for like a month and a half. Then you might be able to beat it, but you would literally need help with the staff and everything. Because the server shut down too early. You need the freshest server ever. Yeah, that's the joke tower rush of Pit of Misery, which very few will probably ever beat. So yeah, that's Pit of Misery tower rush. Now it's time for actual tower rushes, starting with Zone 4 tower rush. Now it's Zone 4 time, which is kind of a big tower rush. Anyways, you go down this, you go to the main lobby. And you want to go to the main lobby, you actually don't. But you can if you want to. Do whatever floats your boat. Whatever that saying means. You go to express tower areas, you go down because it's quick, because you are already where you need to be. Because you gotta be at the beginning towers. What you want to do is you want to go to this table thing right here on the right side, viewing the lava. Because what you can do is you can corner flip, and then you'll see this invisible like jump. Basically jump to this wall and make sure it's this wall. And then you just get as far as you can, and then you just wrap to this translucent or transparent part, and that's Zone 4 towers. So yeah, you go inside and you got this towers, which I actually want to attempt. Because it actually doesn't seem like too bad of a tower rush. You just need time. Especially on lesser punishing ones. This one just takes time, and yeah, that's Zone 4 tower rush. Now it's time for Zone 5. Now it's time for Zone 5, which is probably one of the more difficult ones to do, just because you gotta do some more jumps. For this, you gotta get down there. As you can see, if you look very close, you'll see an opening, which is how to get there. So what you want to do is you have to go on this. You gotta squeeze. You kind of have to ledge grab down because you need to get down there overall, which is kind of difficult to do. I mean, you could try, going this way. You could try going down there, but you gotta do some weird ledge grab thing. Or if you have like Heavenly Coil or Vertical Mobility, I'd highly recommend, because you could just jump down and go through. And they could just restart run to get rid of it. So yeah, you gotta do this. This ledge grab, you used to be able to go all the way across, but yeah. That's why I say this is like the most complicated one, but yeah, it's pretty easy otherwise. Yeah, I hope you can ledge grab. It's a bit of an RNG one because it takes a few tries, but I will show it actually ledge grabbing, which does take a few tries, but once you can do it, you can do it. In fact, I failed the very end of this tower rush because of some internet fun. Yeah, my internet's good. Also, I finally ledge grab, so you gotta carefully get down. Once you ledge grab, you can just jump off carefully onto this. Remember that's just jump. So go down slightly, but not too much, and then just jump off onto this thing. Once you're on this, you go all the way to this right here. I was thinking to put the tower's location here, but I changed my mind. You don't get anything for being here, but maybe I'll add something later. See this right here? Go all the way to this sign, to the left. Would you look at this? See, that's this tower's right there, but you gotta go. Ah! Yeah, you enter the towers right there. It's a conveyor that just takes you there. There's benches, but it's a very fast conveyor that takes you there, which takes you to the tower rush. Yeah, you don't really have much else to say besides this tower rush, which the internet might decide to fail after struggling on Tower Bizarre and Brutal Torment for like 3 hours. So yeah, now it's time for Zone 6. Now it's time for the Zone 6 Tower Rush. Alright, let's actually get to this now. So what you want to do is you want to go all the way to this credit area right here. So it's not that far of a walk, but it takes a second. So just basically where you go for the beginner orb, which is green, but you just keep walking all the way to this, which way you'll find the credits in the practice obby. What you want to do is you want to see this ceiling as it's like gone down a little bit. You just simply climb on top, see the credits, you'll see this little room area, which takes you to the sky lobby. Once you're at sky lobby, you'll see this gap, just jump down the gap, tower rushes right here. It's a tower rush, it's the Zone 6 tower rush. Just have some time for it and you'll be good as new. So yeah, I wonder if I could do a math factor 360 or I don't know what the word is, like impression, I don't know. Oh my god. Well, that's kind of how you do it because that's all he says in his videos. Oh my gosh. Oh my god. I'm so cringe. Like, what? What? I'm the most cringe human ever. I'm trying to impersonate Math Factor. Math Factor. Also, you could just go around on this. I don't know what I'm doing. So yeah, now that we're done with this cringe, it's time for Zone 7, the second last zone as of September 2023, specifically September 28th. So yeah, see you then. I say see you then, it takes 1 second to get there because of this thing called cuts. So yeah, see you there in 1 second. So it's Zone 7 time. I'm keeping that in. We got the monthly sizzle. What you want to do is you want to go all the way to Sector B. So this is Sector A, the beginner tower. So you want to get all the way up. You have a second set of stairs after all these credits and stuff. And you'll see Sector B. Now you want to get all the way to Sector B, and you'll see that over there. That's where the tower is exactly located. So what you want to do is you want to get on top of these. So you get over here. What you do is you go all the way around. You go behind tower cylindrical extensions. You got to get there. So what you do is you go on this. You climb up this slant right here. You jump down. Yeah, it's pretty much that copy exactly what I did there. Exactly. and then you go all the way around, all the way around, all the way around. Somebody must have beaten something big. Still in there? Yes. So you got Zone 7 Tower Rush. Yeah, you get this cool Tower Rush, which I don't know what the most punishing thing would be. The Citadel's not punishing. There's something. I don't remember it though, because I haven't played Zone 7 in a while. But yeah, now that's Zone 7. Now you got the last and final zone, Zone 8, which would be a cool Tower Rush to do. So yeah, now it's time for the finale. Zone 8. It's Zone 8, time for the finale and most laggiest zone. So to unlock this one's pretty close to spawn. What you do is you get off of spawn and you gotta climb up the lobby thing. So you want to get on one of these side pillar things. Well, you really want to get to the center on one of these. So one of these, that one. There's a few around. Basically, go on top. As you'll see, there's a ladder. So you go on the ladder, and then you gotta go on. You gotta go on top of the rainbow thing. And then you go onto these sides, and as you see, Tower Rush is right up there. So you gotta make your way up. So what you do is you go all the way around until you're at one of these pillar things. You go on top of it, and then you jump to this. And then you go on top, and Zone 8 Tower Rush. So copy exactly what I did there. And you got Zone 8 Tower Rush, the last. So yeah, that's every single Tower Rush in World 2 as of September 2023. And yeah, that's all I have. So yeah, hope this is useful in some way. And yeah, see you next time.